Hey YouTube, it's me Josh. This is gonna be a bit of a long video, just to let everyone know. Um, it is 1:53 a.m. Um, the 15th of December 2012, and all of today I've been watching the news. Because all of yesterday, I've been watching the news because the Newton tragedy. Now, I have a lot of information. A lot isn't confirmed, but it's just stuff that I've gathered. Um, I'm not sure who the man's name is. I don't want to say that because I'm just don't want to spread anything. I don't want to accuse a possibly innocent man, so I'm just not gonna say his name. Um, I have things about the weapons and things like that. Um, the latest updates from the different news channels that I've been keeping tabs on said at least 20 children and 6 adults were killed. Um, one child was wounded. Um, there's just a lot of information. The man that they think did this killed his mother. Um, and I just have a lot of statistics, but um, so I'm just gonna be kind of almost all over the place with this, just about the different things. Alright, so we'll start out with the gun. It was the weapon that was used. They're saying on the news that it was just a very high grade, like expensive weapon. From what I've gathered, I think it was a combat rifle, not an assault rifle. It was a semi-automatic only, no burst fire, fully automatic mode. It's just high-powered, really good accuracy, low fire rate, but it's just every time you press that trigger, you can press it as many times as you want, as quickly as you want. Not fully automatic, but like a crossover between a sniper rifle and an assault rifle. The news said, though, they said it was an assault rifle. I just don't think that there's a lot of semi-automatic assault rifles out there. Most of them have at least a burst fire mode. I heard a few things about the magazine size. Some said that it was a 10-shot magazine for the assault rifle. Some channels are saying that it was a 30-shot magazine, and a few said that it was a 100-round drum. So I'm not sure what magazine it was, but that whatever one it meant that if he had the drum, it meant that he could fire off more bullets more quickly without reloading. He had on a bulletproof vest, and which means he was expecting police encounter. But the rifle, what I think was the combat rifle, was in the trunk of his car, which makes me think that he had another stop. He killed his mother, then he went to the school, but he didn't bring in the rifle, which makes me think that he was going somewhere else. He had 2 semi-automatic handguns, which were very high power, probably Glocks. That's what they've been saying on most channels. And I know these are all, it's not like a lot of details, but this is just everything I could really get at just this point in time. It, I just, the guns were bought legally. He didn't purchase them on the black market or anything. He purchased them from either a sporting goods store, because there is one semi-automatic hunting rifle commercially available that I know of. Just one. And it's only $200, so it would be very easy for him to get his hands on. Um, that's really all the stuff I have on the weapon. Um, um, it's just, this should not have happened. It shouldn't have. Whoever sold him the weapons should have done a more thorough background check about his mental state of health. And the schools just need more security. They need doors that, when a lockdown is commenced, that the doors, like steel locks, come out of the doors and go into slots in the door frame, which sounds a little ridiculous to most people, would be very possible, very easy, and that would stop anyone from getting into a classroom hallway. And you would just, they could implement a emergency release, or like a manual lock and unlock on the inside of the door side facing in the classroom. That way, if someone was in the hallway, the teacher could open the door, let the people or person in, close the door, and relock it. And that would have that would have prevented him from killing a lot of people. The ratio, they know that there's 28 dead so far. It keeps, a lot of the news channels are varying between them on children and them on adults. But really, this just should not have happened. And it's just outrageous the amount of mass shootings that has occurred in the U.S. in the last year. It averages about one mass shooting in every 3 months. But this year there's been at least 15, at least, which is outrageous. And it's just unacceptable. It's inhumane, and it's just should not be allowed. Now, at least in New York State, I could, me, even at my own age, could go to a yard sale and purchase a rifle that someone has for sale, or any weapon, any gun, any knife, anything that they have for sale, as long as it wasn't like a tank or anything. I could purchase a firearm. I could not, however, at a like a gun shop, but yard sale or a gun show, anyone could just walk up to a stand or a yard sale and purchase it, no questions asked. And it's 100% legal. Now, I could go into Syracuse, large town, lots amount of crime. You can't turn on the news here without hearing about someone being shot or stabbed or robbed. And I could walk down 10th Street, and I could guarantee you I could find someone that would be willing to sell me a pistol with ammunition and a magazine. Give me half an hour to an hour and I'd get you two. This just needs to stop. A minor like me, I'm underage, I'm not 21, should not be able to go into a town and have the potential to purchase a gun. a adult should not be able to either, though. But then that conflicts with the Second Amendment, which brings me to my next just something to point out is that why do people need weapons? Assault weapons mostly. And assault weapons is semi-automatic rifles, combat rifles, submachine guns, assault rifles, anything that is not a shotgun or a hunting rifle would be an assault weapon, minus sidearms. People don't need these things, but they want them for shooting ranges. It's pretty big on sports for shooting at targets downrange, or at shooting discs, which is the thing that gets launched into there and then the person shoots it. People also want weapons because a lot of people are paranoid about the military being controlled by the government entirely and the people not having any say in it, and in reality the government could just march down the main street of your city and massacre everyone. So people are just, they want that security that they will have something to defend themselves with. And I know this isn't a lot, but this is just all I've been able to piece together recently. In Syracuse, other day, one of the malls in Cicero or somewhere around Syracuse, man walked into the mall with an assault rifle, fully automatic assault rifle, and killed at least 3 people and wounded like 20. And it was just insane. And that didn't make national news. It was on local news for about half an hour. And people just don't realize that a lot of this stuff occurs daily. People just don't really know about it. And it's getting to the point where I'm afraid to go out in public. I'm afraid to go into Syracuse or Oswego, because even though it's pretty unlikely, the fact is that there are people out there with guns that would have no second thought about shooting me if it meant getting my wallet or something. So I know this isn't a lot of information, but again, it's all I could really get in this small amount of time. Only one wounded person survived. Only one person that was shot survived, and 3 were sent to the hospital. 2 of them, who were children, died. The principal of the school was also killed, but I find it sickening and almost nauseating that the news channels, ABC, NBC, whatever, they were interviewing these children like not 4 or 5 after the incident had occurred, and that's just outrageous and equally unacceptable. These children have just been through a severe traumatizing experience which they will most likely never get over, and they're sticking a microphone and a camera in their face, asking them a lot of very inappropriate questions for that time, and it's just unbelievable. And I just have the fact that he was so well armed and well prepared and organized means that I think it was planned for a while in advance. 'Cause it takes a while to get body armor. Body armor especially is very tricky to get, even on the black market. It's just hard to transport. You need a very clean record to get body armor. And it's just, and the weapons and stuff, and the amount of ammunition makes me think that he's been planning this for a while. And one other thing, it is very large piece of crime here in central New York. Um, on local news, I saw that a 18-year-old male was convicted of rape. I don't know the name of the victim or whatever, but I just know that it makes me sick to think that there's someone of my gender out there sick enough to forcibly have sex with a woman or with anyone that would do that. Pretty much every sexual offender, rapist, child molester is a male, and it just makes me sick to think that they're the same gender as I am, that people categorize me and them constantly with male, female. It's just, I hate being categorized with them because they're sick and demented and a disgrace to humans. And I hate them. Sexual offenders, I hate probably worse than mass murders, just 'cause to rape someone is just take away their dignity and just their pride, and it's terrible. And I just can't imagine what it would be like. And I don't understand why anyone would want to do that. It's just, I just can't grasp it. I don't know why anyone would want to force someone to do that. It's just beyond my belief. That's all I have for this video. I know it's not a lot of information, but it's all I could really find. I want to do something totally different YouTube video for today, but this definitely takes priority, and it's a shame that this had to happen, because these were young children, 5 to 10 years old, and wonderful teachers. In many cases, those teachers were protecting those children until the end. The teachers that were killed shielding the children from the bullets. And it's very admirable, and just they have my utmost respect. Even though they're dead, they have my respect, because that is something that a lot of people wouldn't be able to do, to sacrifice themselves for another. And I would hope that should I ever be faced with that choice, I'll be able to make that decision and protect the people that are there, even if I don't know them. But just to make that snap judgment I respect that. And I think everyone that watches this video should too. And just think about this, because people have died, innocent people, because one inhumane lunatic's insane whatever it was, obsessions or impulses, whatever he was having, it should be unacceptable. It should not be allowed. And why it happened, why it wasn't prevented, is just, people need to find out why it happened, how it happened, even though it won't bring them back. If they know, they might be able to prevent something like this from happening again. And they need to start preventing this stuff. 15 mass shootings. That's about 20 people. 20 times 15. That's a lot. It's a hell of a lot more than a lot, and it's a hell of a lot more than a number. Each one of those numbers is a life. Memories, walks in the park, favorite things, loved ones. It's more than just a number. So, just think about that. Leave a comment if you want to. Message me if you have any information or just anything you want to share. I'm interested. And thank you for watching. Try to have a nice day, please.